Bonjour! Bonjour!
No. Time for bladder check.
Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Vikings, Valhalla, Season 1, Episode 8, the last episode of this Season 1. It's so cool. I was gonna say it was quick, it's only 8 episodes, but in fact they are really long and so many stuff are happening into them. They are offering us so many actions, so many things that, no, it was not that short. In fact, I would want to have a season like 10 episodes, 12 episodes, something like that. I would want that, but it's okay. It's okay to have only these 8 episodes because they are really great, because we did not have any time out, you know. I didn't have any moment, any scene where I was like, that's maybe a little too long, that's maybe not necessary. No, not at all, really. I enjoyed all of the moments, all had a purpose for having an historic event, you know, a decision, an action moment, a spiritual scene, something for the characters, something for the relationships. Each time it meant something, it was useful, and it's so cool. I truly appreciated that first season. I think that you saw it with this binge watching. I loved to discover that show, that was great. I'm gonna keep for the review, you know, my full opinion about it, how they built it, how they managed to separate it from Vikings, but to still keep things, keep codes, to not please the fans, but to really just keep that universe alive and to create something for itself. And that's such a good thing and an hard thing, in fact, to do. And I was really worried for them to not be able to do it, to not do enough, or to just be a copy, to do things like that. So I'm glad, really glad. Okay, for this episode we have all of our characters like waiting for a fight, in a way. In England, Emma, she has to help Canute's dad against the queen, with the other queen from Denmark, who is threatening to use the fleet, the Denmark fleet, against them. She wants her place, she wants that crown. She's helped by Godwin, but Godwin is in fact helping everyone and no one but himself. He's only thinking about his own interest. He killed Edmund. Canute's dad and Emma, they know that. They offered, you know, to him a new territory. I'm not sure that it's gonna be because of that, you know, that he's gonna follow them, he's gonna prove his loyalty now to them by betraying that other queen. Like, really, Godwin, since the beginning, putting options on everyone for him to succeed at the end, to still be alive, to have his own interest with all of the situations. It's really a game for him in a way. And it's really fun to watch, and I love his character. Even if I don't trust him, even if what he's doing is so wrong, but all of his plans, we have to accept the fact that they are clever, that he has his reasons to do like that he's doing things for himself and it's working, and he's not lying, you know, to people by swearing his loyalty to them. Like, in a way, he's not fully saying that to them, because all of them, they know that he betrayed other people. Like, I appreciate, no, I love his character, truly. I love also other characters. Emma, I respect her so much, and I love her character also for a lot of reasons, and I'm rooting for her into that situation because she's representing well England. She wants to protect England, but she has also the Viking blood, and she fell in love with a Viking king. So for me, her position is really great. I'm not talking about the fact that she's a descendant of Rollo, but she's really into a position that I approve, and she's taking decisions that I approve. So I'm rooting for Emma, who is without Canute right now, with his dad, who is more cruel, more violent, at least, against that other queen. So that's a situation to resolve. Canute, I really don't know where he is right now, because was it a plan or not for Olaf to do that? I mean, it was a plan, but against who? Canute, he said that he left because his country was attacked, but I'm pretty sure that it was not the case. Does he know what his wife did? Is it a plan with Olaf, or Olaf really made that plan against Canute? Olaf, at the end of the last episode, he met with Harald, and these two, they have a plan together. That was a planned meeting. They were smiling and all, so they have something to do together. But how can they be together? Because they both want to be the king of Norway, and Canute offered that to Harald, so that's why I thought that he could be against Harald. But maybe not, maybe they want really to be against Canute, and one is going to be the king of Denmark, one is going to be the king of Norway, and they're going to kill Canute, or they're just going to leave him in England. But maybe not, maybe, you know, so many possibilities. So that's why I'm really excited by this final episode, to discover what they planned, these two. I would want them to not be against each other, because it's two brothers. And even if they are not that close to each other, they were close to Stan. And I think that they still want their revenge in a way for him. No matter what, I don't approve brothers against each other, like, you know how much it hurt me into the original Vikings, so I don't want that into this one. And maybe we can avoid it. Freydis, she needs to have a revenge in a way against Kåre for what he did to Uppsala, destroying that place like that. That was so not okay, like a secret place, you're not doing that. I'm not, you know, I don't want to take sides, that's why right there I'm ruling for Emma. And that's why at some point, you know, even before she married Canute, I was okay for her to win, because she deserved to win and stuff like that. Like, I respect her. Into the history stuff, I'm not taking sides, I'm more taking sides for characters. And right there, clearly, Kåre, even if his story, his background was really interesting with this flashback that we saw of him as a kid, that was really well done, well filmed, you know, and well presented during the episode. His story is interesting, all of that situation is great, and his purpose, you know, what he wants to put a church into Kattegat, like, all of his character is really great, really interesting, but I'm not gonna rule for him for sure. For all of what he did, how cruel he is, nope. That's such a great episode that we're gonna have right now, I'm pretty sure of it. Are we gonna have the solution, you know, the end for all of these situations? I don't think so. They need to tease us for the new season, the season 2. I already have some ideas about what they can do during the season 2, but I think that they're gonna create new situations even to offer me even more than what I can already imagine, like the return of Leif's dad and discovering that his kid now believes into the Christian God, all of that question of honor and stuff like that. To have a situation also with Harald and Freydis for sure, how they're gonna deal with their difference of religion, more and more and more stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have episodes earlier, normally, right there it's the last episode, so I'm not gonna promise you things, just they have this episode since a long time, in fact on Patreon, but they have all of the season with extended or full reaction parts. I don't know what I put on my Patreon, like I didn't begin to edit this episode, so I can't tell you what it's gonna be. Check the description to know that and to have the link to my Patreon and to have the link to my Patreon. It's the best way to support me if you want to thank me also for this binge watching of the show, to stay with me for other shows that I'm reacting to right now. Peaky Blinders, The Walking Dead. Again, I know that I'm gonna react to Peaky Blinders on Patreon at the right timing, But clearly for YouTube, I don't know, because Peaky Blinders and YouTube, it's really rough, you know, the situation with it. So maybe in fact Peaky Blinders on YouTube you're gonna have it in 1 month or more than that. So right now on my Patreon you can find Peaky Blinders for sure, The Walking Dead, soon the new season of The Last Kingdom, and Attack on Titan that I'm binge watching right now. Okay, let's go for this episode, the final one of this season. Oh, that was so great to discover it. I enjoyed these 2 days, you know, discovering it so much. I fell in love with this show and these characters. It's so cool. And I didn't know that it could be that much, you know. I knew that I had a good chance to appreciate it, but that much.
Brother, why are you here?
I was summoned by King Folk to take you home to Normandy.
Yes, but no.
Your position as Queen of England.
No. The last time that we saw the two of them, they were planning to do something.
I will talk to you or for you, however I wish.
You're doing that in front of all of them, in front of the other queen.
Your country.
It's a plan. You needed to see that. To see her being humiliated like that and all. No, not gonna believe that.
My brother brings information from Kattegat that might help out west. You do not need his help. I disagree.
Are you gonna lie to him? Freddy's, Leif, they are in Kattegat. And it's Kattegat. Don't worry. It's a plan. I'm seeing plans everywhere. And I trust you also. It's not sadness or anger, it's determination.
Emma is gone. But
No.
the trust of King Forkbeard. He's yet to come to terms with his decision. To gain his respect, you must present yourself not as an adversary who has forced him to give up something, but as one who can add value to the kingdom. Such as an ally. My people are proud and stubborn. You should know that by now. Let me help you bring them in line.
You will try. But take Godwin with you.
Godwin,
Don't be too certain of success.
you whispered that to her ears
Much.
for yourself or for Canute's dad this time?
And he's obsessed with Leif, her sister. Afraid it's... Why? He will not say. He will not rest until she's dead. Does that bother you?
Yep, a lot.
Why should it bother me? Come, I know she shares your bed.
You
Just
love
as I
her.
know about your deal with Canute to take the throne of Norway from me. And I promised you my support years ago. Just before you started slaughtering pagans, inciting civil war. He's locked in a war in Denmark, and I've opened his fleet. Even if he had the men to spare, he has no ships.
So you really did that against Canute?
What side are you on? I've made the decision to fight with my brother.
It can't be. I don't think so, Harald.
The gods will whisper the name Aiden among themselves in the halls of Valhalla.
You're gonna do what? Normally it's fire?
May Odin and
She
Freya
believes.
look upon this sacrifice.
She's, you know...
Kattegat's loyalty.
It doesn't.
But there are Christians in Kattegat. What about them? Their sacrifice will be accepted in heaven.
Oh,
It's not me we are waiting on. It is your brother.
what about him? You already have his man, no? Or him is waiting for someone? Something?
Friends, I made you wait for battle. Now God will reward you for your patience. It is because Kattegat is blessed with a harbor which protects it from invasion. Not even high tides allow ships to get close enough to unload men safely. In 2 days, there will be a wolf moon. tide it brings with it will swell.
His ships.
Land
You were
warriors
waiting for
on the
his ships.
beaches. We will enter Kattegat from the sea and crush it between two great forces.
You were there to listen to his plan.
I'm convinced of your victory. Well, it is God's victory. No, he will not sanction this. Our Savior Jesus said, "Woe to you, who shut off the kingdom of heaven from those who seek it, instead of leading us to heaven." Yakore, I believe your passion for revenge will condemn us to hell.
You're gonna say that it's a personal thing?
Give me the opportunity to persuade Jarl Håkon to surrender Kattegat peacefully, to allow conversion.
To tell her
She agrees.
their plan.
I do not trust you. That is why we should do this together.
We're gonna see Harald.
Shields, mate.
Yep.
Come a long way, girl.
And you're still a murderer.
Love
What
it.
are you doing here?
Seeking peace. I seek to broker a peace, and I brought my brother, Jarl Olaf, and Jarl so that you may hear their proposal. We have brought the armies of the Christian clans to your walls. But we are here to offer Kattegat salvation, both immediate and everlasting. If your people agree to the sacrament of baptism and willingly renounce their pagan past, we are willing to spare your city.
You want to ask that
To the brotherhood
to
of
us?
Christ.
To Fridays?
My people do not fear death. They know if they fight to their last breath, they will have earned a seat at Odin's table. If my people die in this war you have brought to my door, they die with honor, not shame.
I love her.
I told you this was a waste of time. And may God's will be done. Woe betide you go to your fate as Njal and Scarlet did, consumed by fire. Look to the heavens and the sea to know where your salvation lies.
Look to heavens and the sea, and is making the sign of two. You're warning him.
Is that not what your life's worth?
Wait to talk with your brother.
What's the girl to you? She is nothing.
I cannot believe you darken the memory of Njalenskad.
Okay, you didn't see it.
He cannot get ships close enough to shore. He can on a wolf moon at the high tide.
Which is in 2 days. We must
Two.
move quickly to prepare.
He proved his love for you by taking that risk for years.
Mercia is not happy with the Viking king, or his father. You were not happy with the Saxon king. You were never happy.
Mercia wants independence. I know that. I grew
He
up.
sent you away in Mercia.
You will not achieve this freedom by resisting London. What you need is a strong advocate in court. One who understands the intimate needs of both Mercia and Canute.
Like her. You sent her away imaginarily for good.
Jarl Håkon is fighting for her people. Afraid this for her gods. Even Cora and Olaf are here for what they think is right.
And you are fighting for us, for our future.
I wish only to say congratulations, Your Highness. You secured an agreement with Mercia, which neither King Ethelred nor Emma could achieve.
Stay for a moment.
Yes, Your Highness.
Just one thing.
Plans for yourself or for Canute?
You are the guardians of Kattegat, keepers of the faith. If we die, so do our gods. They become memories.
Oh,
You
chill
will
me
not
that.
fail if you do not fail yourselves. We will not.
I love this woman. They swore to protect Kattegat. I can only love them. It's to warn them. It's not for Kattegat to see it, it's for the ones on boats. You're leading. you know, Olaf the ones that we know.
Nothing can stop the will of the Lord.
Oh, yo.
I will bring you back, Freydis.
Olaf, where are you? Oh, he's on his ship. I didn't have doubt, you know, for him to fight with the right side.